Today in the Lower School Director's Vlog, I'm going to introduce you to our German program. We have an extensive German program here at Christ Church, and in the lower school, it's one of the great assets that just makes this a special place. I'm going to introduce you to Angelika Hummel-Schmidt, and she's going to tell you a little bit about it. So I'm introducing you to Miss Angelika. Miss Angelika, can you tell me a little bit about the German program? When did it start? When did it start at Christ Church? Tell me about it.
Hello, guten Tag. The German program started in 1995, which is a long time ago, with some BMW children and the need that they needed to be prepared for their reintegration into the German or Bavarian school system. And maybe we just take a little step back and talk a little bit about the difference of the school system over there. So you do not have a kindergarten over there that provides a curriculum. It's just more playful and social learning. And so when our children enter elementary school in first grade, they do not have a lot of academic knowledge. So from there, the Grundschule leads to fourth grade. And in fourth grade, the children have to decide, based on their knowledge and their grades, what kind of track they want to follow after fourth grade. So the highest one is the Gymnasium. The Gymnasium is from 5th grade to 12th or 13 in some models. And then we have the Realschule, which is the middle track, and we have the Mittelschule, which is kind of a lower track, just academically, but there are also kids who are very talented and gifting with more handiwork and stuff. But still, if you, in any of these models, you still can reach university. From some levels it just takes longer or is a little bit more difficult, but usually middle school students, they later have a trade profession, and Realschule students usually have white-collar jobs, and then Gymnasium is the more academic track that leads you directly to university and some academic professions later on.
So with that structure in mind, are you teaching making sure their language stays the way, they retain the language? What exactly is the German program?
The German program is a program for native speakers, so that's a big difference. It's not German as a foreign language. So right here we have the curriculum for elementary schools, which is the curriculum that we have to work with. So this is from the Bavarian Ministry, and it tells us exactly where we need to be at the end of each grade level and how to get there. And this is what I have to work on with my students, is like what they receive in the American classroom, doing spelling words, essay writing, reading comprehension, all those things. I do the same thing with them in German to make sure that when they go back to Germany, they are ready for their reintegration and will not lose any time.
So the curriculum's different. What in the curriculum is unique?
There are several things that are unique. One of them I want to show you, zum Beispiel ist das ein Füller. Und mit diesem Füller schreiben unsere deutschen Kinder zum Beispiel in ein Zweitklassheft. So, die Zeilen in einem Zweitklassheft sind anders. Das zum Beispiel ist für die kleinen Buchstaben, oder das ist für die größeren, oder dann das ist für die ganz großen Buchstaben. Das ist die zweite Klasse. Die dritte Klasse hat andere Zeilen. So, das hier ist ein Heft für die dritte Klasse. Hier zum Beispiel wäre das A wieder, dann wäre das D oder das G. So, jede Klasse hat ihre eigene Lineatur. So now you know how our German children feel like when they come to the United States, because they do not understand a word. So what I just explained to you is the different lines that we have for second and third grade, and that we are using a fountain pen for the children to practice their writing.
So we know that we have a lower school German program, middle school, and upper school programs. What is our relationship? How do we help those students when they go back? What happens when they go back to Germany?
So our German instruction is just part of the job we do with our kids. The other part is to make sure that they pick the right levels of classes. And this is what you saw here. The Bavarian Ministry for Education and Culture came over here to evaluate us. And so they found that the rigor that we offer at our school is strong enough for us to implant the German program right here. So we make sure that the children also pick the right classes depending on the type of school, either a very high academic level or the medium or whatever they need to be successful there.
So how big is the German program? How many kids are we actually serving at Christ Church?
We started in the beginning in 95, it was 9 children, and now we have 110 to 120. So it has grown pretty much. In the lower school, we always have around 50 children, and the rest of them is divided between middle and upper school.
That's a lot of kids and a lot of families.
Yes, so the German presence is pretty strong at Christ Church. And this is also, I think, an aspect that we hook into the community of Christ Church with different things. Like I myself, I love the morning meetings that we have every Tuesday and introduce some German culture and some phrases. Then we also have traditions that we do, St. Martin, where the German moms are heavily involved with organizing everything. We also have St. Nikolaus every year. So these are a lot of things that we do, also the school cones. So a lot of things that I see as the door to internationalism. So German, it's German on one hand, but it's also the door to a different culture, and that means to the world.
Thank you.
Also, 2a. Erstmal lesen, was da drauf steht.